Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Saving Sunderland. Now in today's episode I'm going to be bringing you a triple header. We've got both ties of our Napoli game in the Champions League first knockout round, but we've also got the League Cup final against Manchester United sandwiched in between. So of course we've had a few games since our last episode, the first of which was a FA Cup fourth round against West Ham, where we absolutely dominated the match but we couldn't create any clear-cut opportunities, and they took theirs when they came goals from Musa Marega and Nicolas Castillo, giving the victory for West Ham. Well, at least we're not going to get beat in the semi-finals this year. But we then bounced back against Leicester City, winning 5-0 at the Stadium of Light. 2 goals from Lincoln, 1 from Moise Kean, 1 from Cesar Montes and 1 from Francisco Trincao. We then went away at the Tottenham Hotspur and we won 3-0. Goals through Mamadou Koulibaly, Matteo Guendouzi and Maximiliano Sugo completed the scoring. We then had a disappointing home loss to Chelsea. Rasmus Dogard gave them the lead on the 28th minute, but we equalised through Moise Kean in the 44th. But Alvaro Morata eventually gave them the victory in the 80th minute. Paul Larola got himself sent off in the 92nd. And all of that leads us to today, where we will be playing Napoli in our first tie of the first knockout round. We will be away from home, and this is the team we're going to go with: Reykjavik, Diaz, Pfeiffer, Montes, Christensen, Tierney, Phil Foden, Matteo Guendouzi, Enzo Cabrera, Moise Kean and Lincoln up top. So we kick off against Napoli in the Champions League, shooting from left to right. Now, of course, I'm hoping for a good result and a good performance here. If we can get ourselves 1 or 2 goals to take back to the Stadium of Light and have them away goals under our belt, it should stand us in good stead going back to the Stadium of Light. First highlight of the game, Guendouzi with a corner to Pfeiffer. Very close. Highlight now for Napoli. Talisca plays it to Hamsik, back to Talisca. They're keeping the ball well. Can we nick it? We can. Enzo Cabrera sets away Moise Kean. There's 2-on-2 here. He plays it to Lincoln. Napoli defence has got back, and unfortunately he couldn't put it away. Just noticing their conditioning's actually quite poor, so hopefully as the game drags on, that'll go in our favour. And that's going to be that half time. Sunderland 0, Napoli 0. We'll just G the boys back up, get them back out for the second half, continue as we are. Another highlight now. Napoli with the free kick. Enzo Cabrera manages to nick it. He sets away. Koulibaly mops up. Napoli are building it up from the back here. They've got Corona on this right hand side. A Hamsik in the centre. Can he get the ball in? I think he can. Lorenzo Insigne. If that was a header, that is ridiculous because he's at the most 5'3". As we can see here, good play from Corona and Hamsik combining down this right hand side to set Corona away down the right hand side, and Insigne does actually win the header to give Napoli the lead. Another highlight. Tierney dispossesses Corona, sets away Lincoln, but he's challenged, but Moise Kean gets a loose ball, he hits the post, and I don't think it's going to be our day today, lads. Another highlight. Hamsik with a free kick this time. He gets the ball in the box. It comes down to Koulibaly to Corona. Can we clear? Can we break through Lincoln? Lincoln sprays it long to Moise Kean on the left hand side. He gets in the box. Can he cross it in? There's open. Lincoln gets the goal. It's back 1-1. That's what we're wanting. An away goal. And we're not actually getting beat, which is absolutely fantastic. As you can see here, Lincoln sets away Moise Kean on his left hand side. He drives down, beats 1 man, beats 2 men, gets the ball back post to Lincoln, who continued his run, and it makes it 1-1. So we've made some changes. We brought on Mamadou Koulibaly for Phil Foden. We brought on Luis Enrique Arans for Moise Kean. And we brought on Francisco Trincao for Enzo Cabrera. Another highlight now. Reykjavik with the ball very deep, but it actually it's going to be the full-time highlight. 94th minute. Blow the whistle, ref. We'll take a 1-1 away from home in our first leg. And there it is. 1-1. First leg. We've got something to play for next game. If we can keep it 0-0, we're through. If we can beat them, we're through. So now we've got a Premier League match against West Ham, which I'll just show you the result of. Then we've got the League Cup final. So we've just played West Ham and we won 2-0. Goals through Moise Kean and Harley Johnson. It was absolutely fantastic strike by Harley Johnson. I'll quickly show you. As you can see here, the ball's bobbling about on their halfway line. It finally falls towards Francisco Trincao on this right hand side. It ends up coming out to Moise Kean on the left hand side. He gets the ball in. Who gets to Guendouzi, and Harley Johnson just smacks it top corner. Excellent goal. But yeah, 2-0 us. Good away win. Next we take on Manchester United. So we're here, it's the League Cup final day, and this is the team that's going to be starting against Manchester United. We'll start with Reykjavik in goal, Pfeiffer, Rios and Diaz at centre back, Christensen and Tierney our wing backs, Guendouzi and Phil Foden in the centre with Enzo Cabrera on the right, Moise Kean on the left, and Lincoln up top. So we kick off against Manchester United, shooting from left to right. Let's try and get our second trophy as Sunderland manager. Highlight here, Christensen on this right hand side, plays it to Phil Foden, who finds Cabral, who finds Moise Kean in the box. Would have been a very good shot if he'd managed to get that in. And that was the solitary highlight of the first half. We're down to half time, 0-0. Not too disappointed with the lads. It looks like by the stats we're having the better of the game. But hopefully in this second half we can actually start creating some clear-cut chances. Another highlight now. Lincoln finds himself in behind the defensive line. He cuts inside, but it's a big save from David De Gea. Oh my god. I thought that was highlight over. It wasn't. Moise Kean fight. Oh, it's offside. 75 minutes in, I'm going to make some changes. We're going to get Phil Foden off for Mamadou Koulibaly. And we'll get Enzo Cabrera off for Francisco Trincao. No, we won't, because Francisco Trincao isn't on the bench. We're going to get Duncan Watmore on. This looks like it's going to be it for the 90 minutes. No goals from either side, so we'll kick off the first half of extra time. Made a couple of more changes. Brought in Luis Enrique Arranz and Maximiliano Sugo for Lincoln and Moise Kean. Highlight now. Manchester United have it in their defensive line. Can they build it up from the back? It's eventually found its way into Manchester United's midfield to Alexis on the left-hand side, to Almiron in the centre. Back outside Alexis, can he beat his man? He plays it all the way back to Fosu Mensah in defensive midfield position. Back to Werner up front. Back to Fosu Mensah. Juan Mata, they're playing it about. Lovely. Juan Mata's in the box now. He plays it back to Alexis. Alexis Sanchez gives Manchester United the lead in the 97th minute. We've got a lot of work to do. As you can see, it was a great highlight really from Manchester United. They kept the ball well. They kept it for a large period. Juan Mata got himself in the box, plays a back post, and nothing you can do about that. Reykjavik 1-0. So we've made some tactical changes for the second half of extra time. Let's see if they can pay a dividend. This highlights continuing from kick-off. Juan Mata to Werner up front. Ruben Diaz cuts it out. Now Sugo, can he break? Can he find someone? He's got Duncan Watmore on this right hand side. He gets the ball in. David De Gea claims. Kieran Tierney's got himself an injury. We've got no substitutions left. We're just going to have to make do. We've got the ball now with Luis Enrique Arranz. Oh, he gets the ball in. Guendouzi can't put it past David De Gea. He makes a great save. Is David De Gea the best goalkeeper on FM? Might well be. Oh, Sugo finds himself in the box and he just smashes it over. That's probably going to be it for the game. We're into the 120th minute now. 1 minute remains. And as you would imagine, Manchester United have got everybody back. And now they can break through Alexis Sanchez on this right hand side. He hasn't got much support, but he's found Werner in the centre, who's found Mata, who puts it over the bar. 30 seconds remain in this game, and it looks like we're going to lose the League Cup final this year. I'm not too disappointed by that, you know. We've won the League Cup last season, and my focuses are definitely more on the Premier League and the Champions League. But there we are, 1-0 defeat to Manchester United in the League Cup final. Our trophy cabinet will stay at 1 for now. And we're coming to the end of a home tie in the Premier League against Manchester United. And it looks like we're going to come out victors 2-1. We've had our revenge for the League Cup final defeat. Yeah, 2-1 Sunderland. That was the result you've just missed. Well, we're coming up to the following game against Everton away from home. We're getting beat 1-0. It looks likely it's going to stay that way. Yeah, 1-0 Everton. This might rule us out of a title channels actually, because I know Manchester United were winning last time I checked. Not a great way to go into our second leg against Napoli. Well, I didn't see this coming. Another consortium takeover targets Sunderland. It intends to invest upwards of 70 million in the club. What that means for us, I don't know. He's a tycoon apparently, so maybe it would mean a more stronger financial footing. But to be honest with you, we're not struggling for money anyway, so if anything, I'd rather this didn't go through. So we're here, it's match day. This is the team we're going to go with. Reykjavik in goal, Pfeiffer, Diaz, Montez centre-backs, Lirola and Milagres as our wing-backs, Matteo Guendouzi and Phil Foden in the centre, Enzo Cabrera on the right, Moise Kean on the left and Lincoln up top. And we kick off against Napoli knowing that a win would send us through or a 0-0 draw would send us through. Highlight, Phil Foden with a free kick deep. He heads it. Oh, Cesar Montes gets his head on it. Gives us the 1-0 lead 11 minutes in. As we can see here, Phil Foden with a free kick very, very deep, but it's an excellent ball. And Montes rises higher than anybody else. Gives us the lead. If it stays like this, we're through. Another highlight now. Lirola has it on this right-hand side. We'll play it out from the back quite well. Cabrera files Phil Foden in the centre. He goes for it. Just wide. Phil Foden now on the ball. Outside of Milagres, who tries to play it down the line for Moise Kean, but Napoli can cut it out. The ball finds its way through for Alcacer. He's through one-on-one with the keeper, and Reykjavik He keeps us in this. He makes a big save. It's half time. It's 1-0 Sunderland, but Lincoln has just picked up a knock, so we're going to get Luis Enrique Aranz on in his place. Making another change now, we're getting Christiansen on for Larola as our right wing back. And we'll pick up the highlight with Milagres on this left hand side. Plays it down to Moise Keane, who plays it to Phil Foden. Back inside to Guendouzi. We've got space on this right hand side that we can capitalise on. Cabrera goes down this right hand side, tries to get the ball in, but it's cleared by Napoli. We'll have it now with Moise Keane on this left hand side. He's cut in. He's found Luis Enrique Aranz, who finds the back of the net. That's 2-0 Sunderland. 25 minutes to go. If it stays like this, we are through to a Champions League quarter final. As you can see here, Phil Foden finds Moise Keane. He cuts inside from this left flank. Luis Enrique Aranz is making his run in between the defence, and Luis Enrique Aranz finishes, making it 2-0. Another highlight now, but this time it's for Napoli. Insigne's in the box. Oh my god, and nearly went in through hamstring. I had no idea how that cross made it that far. But that was close. Another highlight now, and almost 90 minutes in, Moise Keane has the ball on the left hand side. He finds Phil Foden in the centre, who can find Milagres on this left hand side. He gets the ball back post. Enzo Cabrera hits the bar, comes to him, but he cannot make it count. And we return to the game with 30 seconds to go. Cabrera is on this right hand side. Can he get the ball in? He can, but it's cleared. And it looks like Napoli are going to get rid of this with 15 seconds to go now. Come on, ref, blow the whistle. It's 93rd minute. They're going to get an opportunity through Insigne, but it's cleared. And that's that. Full time, Sunderland 2, Napoli 0. We book our place in the Champions League quarters. So let's have a look, see who went through. Juventus beat Atletico Madrid. Monaco beat Celtic. Barcelona beat FC Porto. Real Madrid beat Chelsea. Inter Milan beat Manchester City. Bayern Munich beat Marseille, Manchester United beat Paris Saint-Germain, and of course, we beat Napoli. Well, looking forward to the next episode. It will be the Champions League quarter-final. We won't find out who we play until after the Huddersfield game, so I'm just going to skip that. So, next episode, you'll find out who we play. Hopefully, it's not one of the big boys. Disappointing to lose the League Cup final to Manchester United, but absolutely thrilled to beat Napoli in our Champions League first knockout round. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like and get yourself subscribed if you're enjoying my content. But until next time, take it easy.